Greetings and welcome to Chapter 5 of the Crucible Chronicles. In this 5-part chapter, we're going to be taking my lowest rated deck according to SAS to the competitive playlist on the Crucible Online. Let's first take a look at the deck and then we'll get into our first game. Alright, so this is the Prismatic Butler Diana. Butler. I don't really know what that means, but this is our lowest rated deck according to the SAS rating system. And it's Mars Sanctum Shadows, as you can see. Now we have gone 4-1 with this so far, just in kind of random testing / opening the deck and playing it on stream. So the record isn't actually that terrible. And I think I played this maybe 2 or 3 times in person. And as far as I can recall, it hasn't lost. So all that to say, this deck is a little bit of an enigma. I don't think it's a great deck. I think maybe we've just kind of played it pretty well in the past against not super stiff competition or something like that. But I figure if we bring it to the competitive playlist, that'll kind of settle things for good. We'll figure out if this is a sleeper or if it isn't. As you can see, we've got 12 Ember pips, which isn't terrible. Expected Ember is pretty low, with 16. I mean, not crazy low, but it's lower than I guess I would normally like to see. In Shadows, we do have a good amount of kind of widespread damage. We have two poison waves, which is cool. Deal 2 damage to each creature. We've got a pawn sacrifice a creature and deal 3 damage to 2 creatures. There's some sort of interesting synergy, I guess you could say, with these silver tooths. So if you're not familiar with them, they come into play ready. And if you want to get like a cheeky steal off of a silver tooth, you can use the Dusk Runner for that. But I think there's maybe some interesting synergy with these think drones, which allow you to archive a friendly creature or artifact from play. And I'm thinking I want to try and maybe explore that a little bit if I have the opportunity in these next 5 games. Because there's some cool stuff where you can archive these silver tooths in preparation for your poison wave so you don't wipe out your silver tooths. There's also a decent amount of kind of house cheat stuff going on. We have 2 Sigil of Brotherhoods, which allow you to use friendly Sanctum creatures. Not an okay amount of Sanctum creatures, but the Remules are nice because they allow you to use a non-Sanctum creature. So in theory, if you're in Mars, you can pop the Sigil to use Commander Remule's Reap ability to use some of your Shadows creatures, which is pretty cool. We also have the Combat Pheromones, which essentially allows you to use 2 Mars creatures on a non-Mars turn, which is pretty handy. We do have 2 Phosphorus Stars, which honestly have done pretty well for us in this deck. Not entirely sure why. Maybe it's just kind of the chaotic way that I play and, and having everything stunned. I guess that can go along with some of the synergy with these like Silver Tooths, where you can Phosphorus Stars, stun your Silver Tooths, but think drone them back into your archives. Anyways, enough on that. There's a okay amount of Ember control. I feel like most of it requires a little bit of setup. Obviously you need the Sequises to be down. Take hostages, you need some creatures to be down. We've also got I guess the Ember control that you can play from hand would be your Magda the Rat, Miasma, which is pretty good. And I think there was one more. We had the Marauder. Marauder can do a little bit of capturing. So a little weak on like really potent Ember control. I think that's going to be a problem. Also, as you can see, the speed of this deck is like really slow. So 0.2. I guess the best way we're going to get some speed out of it is using kind of some of the house cheating, whether it be the Remules or the Combat Pheromones or something like that. Anyways, enough on the deck. Let's hop into our first game and see what happens. Oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. Playing against Permaplot, the Drifter Lieutenant. Oh my goodness, 3 life words. Wow. Wow. What are we playing against? I see the Miasma. There's a Ronnie as well. Oh dear. What does this mean? I'm not gonna lie, gang. It's been about 40 minutes since I recorded the intro. I got about 3/4 of the way through a game. Oh, the kiddo is waking up too. Man, my timing's all messed up. This is interesting. I like these, but I don't like the Magda. I don't really know if I like this at all. Probably putting down some creatures is going to be good though. Let's hold on to this. Sutterkin. Okay, well, so this is actually fortuitous. We'll Poison Wave the Sutterkin. Play out Dodger. I think we discard Magda. Silvertooth to Reap. Interesting. Another Poison Wave. Merkins to play out a Remiel. Very good. They don't have Sanctum, so it's not going to be super amazing for them. We'll go with Shadows here. Reap. Do I do this Poison Wave? Sure. Take out the Merkins. We'll... We can't... Oh, we can fight. Oh, that was my bad. I honestly forgot that Dodger was the one that is fight, so it's not great. I should have fought into Merkins. Definitely a bit of a misplay there. Maybe it'll be okay though. Maybe we can get the Biomatrix back up. Oh, they're exhuming the Merkins to play Think Drone. Exhume the Merkins, man, I love that. Just play Merkins as many times as you possibly can. Unlocked gateway. All right, we get a key though. That's not bad. Let's go with Mars. Let the swap widget, combat pheromones, the Marauder, and the Biomatrix backup. Basically just going for Ember here. Ooh, this is nice. That's a big burst of Ember for us. All right, so they do have a graft. Something to be thinking about. Something to be thinking about without a doubt. All right, so we can Miasma. We can Miasma, which that's the thing that could happen. I think getting myself to check is probably going to be a better thing that can happen. So we'll go Sanctum. We'll play out Hail. I don't actually know how you say it. Remiel, Sigil, and a second Sigil. So that is huge. That was like really good for us. And this Marauder, they've got the graft. They do have Ronnie, so I think sticking with 6 is probably our best option. Alright, they've gone with Logos. Playing Rocket Boots. Nice. Not bad at all, I would say. Alright, so we've archived the Marauder. Not bad. Ooh, we get our second key. Well, that is nice. I think we just go with Shadows here. Is that the play? We can Oubliette that. Miasma 2/3 gets us 3 Ember. Sadly, it doesn't put any creatures down. Let's do it. Access to Archives, no. We'll Oubliette the Director. Play Miasma. Use that to Reap. And Reap right there. Expian is destroyed. Archive Expian in the top card of your deck. Nice. It's pretty solid. We haven't seen a life ward yet. I imagine that's about to change. Nice. That's a cool synergy. Scullion to sack the Hexpian. Merkins is back. Plays my Marauder. Not terrible. We'll go with Mars. We'll Orbital Bombardment. We got 3 here, so we'll do... Just kill all 3 of these things. Yeah, that works. That works for me. Then Soft Landing. Play Tunk Out Ready. Reap. Do we use the Sigil? Like we gotta to get on check, right? Let's see if we go up to 7. What do they have? Got Ronnie. Oh, they gave us the GG. Well played to our opponent, though. Feel a little bit bad I can't do the rematch, but the kid's waking up. The kid's waking up. If we didn't have issues earlier, then it would have been fine. Oh man, so that's exciting. We managed to get 1 win. Honestly, in the first game I was playing, where TCO kind of barfed on itself, I had 7. Ember was about to forge my 2nd key, assuming our opponent was going to let us, and they had 1 key, I think 3 or 4 Ember. So it wasn't actually terrible. I think our lead was pretty tenuous, but that's okay. This one was definitely a little bit more... I'm not gonna say it's not really one-sided. It was still very competitive, but I think we were able to... Honestly, that turn with the double sigils with the Heil, getting 4 Ember off of our Sanctum kind of setup turn is pretty huge. So, anyways, that'll be it for this episode. We'll be back on Friday with the next episode in this series. And thank you so much for your time, and if you would be so kind, be sure to give us a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if it's something you'd like to be seeing more content of in the future. Until next time, so long.